Magandang tanghali mga kababayan. Reporter's Notebook. Ano nga ba ang digmaan? Ang digmaan ay isang palitan at marahas na paglalapat ng lakas sa pagitan ng dalawang magkabilang panig. Isa sa digmaang ito ay ang Cold War. Ang lamig. Bakit ang lamig? Ang ginagawa mo? Patayin mo yan!
Sorry po.
Dahil malamig, pag-usapan natin ang Cold War.
Ang Cold War ay isang digmaan na nangyari pagkatapos ng ikalawang digmaang pangdaigdig. Ito ay nangyari mula 1945 hanggang 1991. Nangyari ang digmaan dahil sa tensyon ng kompetensya sa ekonomiya, ang hindi pagkakasundo ng mga politiko at tensyong militar. Ang Amerika at Russia ang dalawang pinakamalakas na bansa noon. Noong ikalawang digmaang pangdaigdig, sila ay magkasundo dahil gusto nila patumbahin ang mga Nazi. Pero pagkatapos nito, ang dalawang bansa ay nagkatensyon dahil sa pagkakaiba ng panig nila sa iba't ibang bagay.
On October 4th, 1957, the world watched in awe and fear as the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world's first man-made satellite, into space. This little metal ball, smaller than 2 feet in diameter, launched a space race between the US and USSR that would last for 18 years and change the world as we know it. Sputnik was actually not the first piece of human technology to enter space. That superlative goes to the V-2 rocket, used by Germany in missile attacks against Allied cities as a last-ditch effort in the final years of World War II. It wasn't very effective, but at the end of the war, both the US and USSR had captured the technology and the scientists that had developed it, and began using them for their own projects. And by August 1957, the Soviets successfully tested the first intercontinental ballistic missile, the R-7, the same rocket that would be used to launch Sputnik 2 months later. So the scary thing about Sputnik was not the orbiting ball itself, but the fact that the same technology could be used to launch a nuclear warhead at any city. Not wanting to fall too far behind, President Eisenhower ordered the Navy to speed up its own project and launch a satellite as soon as possible. So, on December 6, 1957, excited people across the nation tuned in to watch the live broadcast as the Vanguard TV-3 satellite took off and crashed to the ground 2 seconds later. The Vanguard failure was a huge embarrassment for the United States. Newspapers printed headlines like Flopnik and Kaputnik, and a Soviet delegate at the UN mockingly suggested that the US should receive foreign aid for developing nations. Fortunately, the Army had been working on their own parallel project, the Explorer, which was successfully launched in January 1958. But the US had barely managed to catch up before they were surpassed again.
2, 3, go.
Alam ng Russia at Amerika na may nuclear bomb sila. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit nanatili ang katahimikan ng dalawang bansa.
The Soviets, initially with the help of spies who stole American secrets, eventually the nuclear arsenals were so big that the US and USSR agreed on a strategy appropriately called MAD, which stood for Mutually Assured Destruction. Thanks, Thought Bubble. And yes, nuclear weapons were and are capable of destroying humanity many times.
3, go.
Sa panahon ng Cold War, naging patakaran ng US at USSR na manghimasok sa pamamalakad ng mga pamahalaan ng mga bansang tinaguriang ikatlong daigdig o Third World. Ginusto ng Russia na ipalaganap ang komunismo sa ibang bansa, ngunit tutol ang Amerika dito. Kaya't nangialam na sila sa mga pamahalaan ng mga bansang ito.
Between communists and capitalists, as did the Vietnam War. I mean, these days we remember the domino effect as silly paranoia, but after Korea and especially China became communist, Vietnam's movement toward communism seemed very much a threat to Japan, which the US had helped remake into a vibrant capitalist ally. So the US got bogged down in one of its longest wars while the Soviets assisted the North Vietnamese army and the Viet Cong, but then we paid them back by supporting the anti-communist Mujahideen after the Soviets invaded Afghanistan.
Bunga ng patuloy na tumitinding tunggalian sa pagitan ng US at USSR. Naglunsod ang mga bansang ito ng eksplorasyon sa kalawakan. Di nagpahuli ang bawat isa sa pakikipagtagisan sa larangan ng agham at teknolohiya. Tumingkad din noong yugto ng Cold War ang tinatawag na proxy war kung saan sa halip na ang dalawang superpower ang tuwirang magtunggalian, pinangunahan ito ng kanilang mga satellite, client state o yaong mga kontrolado at kaalyadong bansa.
The first world was the US, Western Europe, and any place that embraced capitalism and a more or less democratic form of government. The second world was the Soviet Union and its satellites, mostly the Warsaw Pact nations China and Cuba. The third world was everyone else, and we don't use this term anymore because it lumps together a hugely diverse range of countries. We'll talk more about the specific economic and development challenges faced by this.
Ngayon, alam na natin ang ibig sabihin ng Cold War. Huwag nating kalimutan ang makabuluhang pangyayaring ito. Patuloy nating balik-balikan ang kasaysayan ng ating mundo. Ako po si Cyrus Andrade. Magandang gabi.
There you go.
Sa panahon ng Cold War, naging patakaran ng US at USSR na manghimasok sa pamamalakad ng mga pamahalaan ng...
Ang di ba ang mamig?
Huwag mamig!
Malamig.
Huwag mo titignan yung camera! Dito ka lang tumingin.
Ang digmaang malamig
Kunwari may kausap ka.
ay isang digmaan. Okay?
Okay? Pag ano
Kasi sabi mo, kung kunwari may
Pag may
kausap.
kausap, okay. Ni-interview ka nga eh.
Professional ka kasi.
Okay. Na nangyari pagkatapos ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig. Ito ay nangyari mula 1945 hanggang
Bumibiyok!